I regret to inform you that Deion Sanders, the one and only Primetime, has decided to move on from Jackson State Tigers to coach the University of Colorado Boulder Buffaloes in this coming season. They have one game left to play, December 17th, I think, the Celebration Bowl. And listen, I respect that Dion told his players first. He didn't let it creep out or leak out to nobody else. He always kept them abreast of what was going on, even though I know this is going to be difficult for some of the players to swallow, mainly Travis Hunter, who was a #1 recruit who was going to Florida State, who was flipped by Dion to come here and play for this HBCU. And it was a beautiful thing, man, that he was building this program. But he took this program from nothing to really something. And I mean, before you know it, every celebrity, and I did a video on this a while ago back when he was there trying to build it up. Me and Cuzzo, a bunch of my cousins, me and Rap Talk Poetry. At the time, we was doing the Fly on the Wall show. And I very much expressed how if everybody bought in, the celebrities started to come to the games and this, that, and another, and started to really believe in the program and believe in what he was doing, that they could really build this up to be something that was looked to just as we look to Ohio State and Michigan and Georgia and Clemson, all these big colleges, you know what I'm saying, the Big Ten and the Pac-12 and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, we could really be considered, this small little Jackson State, and other HBCU schools could be considered to be on that level, to be looked to recruit for the NFL and this type of stuff. And I was right. Because just before you know it, Travis Hunter was flipped to come there. And a lot of other top recruits was flipped to come there. You know, not just Travis Hunter. He was the #1 pick in that year. But it was still other top tier players, that a bunch of them that flipped to come there because of the culture that Prime had brought to this program. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he had all these celebrities coming to see the games, and boom, boom, boom. Everybody was buying in and believing in it. And that's why it hurts so much that he decided to leave, even though the way that he so eloquently put it, he said he heard from God when God told him to go to Jackson State. And it doesn't mean that because he's going to Colorado and moving on, that his hearing has changed. He still hears from God, and it doesn't mean that God is going to, you know, he's on a bad path or nothing like that. Like, he's still going to bless people everywhere he goes. He's still going to motivate everywhere he goes. I mean, college football is 70% black anyway, anywhere you go. So even though it's not an HBCU, he's going there. He's still going to elevate minds, and he's going to bring people together, and he's going to keep the love of God with him, and he's going to keep the brotherhood with him, and he's going to bless people wherever you go. But I just hate that it was just such a great thing that he was doing at Jackson State that it hurts my heart that he wouldn't continue to do it, you know, because he took them from the bottom to the top. And it just shows you how somebody with so much charisma and so much. But you can't clip your own wings when God want to elevate you. Like Dion said in this video where he talked to his players, and I very much respect that he told his players first before anybody else leaked it. I really respect that he was saying, like, in the coaching business, you either elevated or you terminated. It's one or two. It doesn't happen any other way. So you got to elevate, I guess, you know. And to be real, I saw in one of the comments, they was like, yeah, I mean, people may be mad at this, but they like all of y'all working at y'all jobs. If you got a $10 raise to go to another company, you'll be gone. You understand what I'm saying? And this contract, it says he's going to be getting about $4.5 million or $5 million a year. I don't know how many years that he's supposed to be there. So the exact specific details of the contract haven't been released, but I wish Dion will. I wish him to do the same thing that he's doing at Jackson State and better. Because we all knew it was a cap to Jackson State. You know, we knew as Jackson State he wouldn't be able to play in a college football playoff. You know, like we have now. We're watching Michigan and Georgia and whoever's going to be, you know, TCU and whoever's going to be in them top 4 spots. compete for a national championship. And we know that he could not do that at Jackson State because of how the college hookup is set up, So at some point you got to elevate, and I mean, I just pray that he does the same thing, even bigger and better that he did at Jackson State for Colorado, because now he's on a bigger stage. He can go further, But I also pray that Jackson State does not miss a beat. I pray that whoever takes on that program, and he was saying TC should take on the program. I guess that's one of his assistant coaches or something like that. But, I also pray that it's other prominent celebrity names or athletic names, people, that are looking to get into coaching, that would go and pick the pieces up at Jackson State, at some of these, other HBCU universities, to keep this thing going, because we need that look. That look needs to be there as it hasn't been in so many years. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's bittersweet to me to watch Dion depart. And I wonder where Travis Hunter is going to go. Is Travis Hunter going with him? That's an option. I don't know if Travis Hunter wants to stay now that he's gone, because I mean that's a big flip for Travis Hunter to say, I'm not going to Florida State, I'm coming here with you, and then a year later you dip. That's a big. It could be considered a big slap in the face, but you have to look at the other end of the spectrum too, because what if he had been fired? Travis Hunter would have no say in that. So I guess you can't say he has any say in him leaving. So, luckily, Dion is being elevated rather than being terminated. So maybe Travis Hunter goes with him. Maybe he stays at the HBCU, Maybe he stays at Jackson State and finishes out his career. But you never know. But Shedeur, Dion's son, is likely also speculated to go with his father to Colorado and start building something there. I look forward to the time where Primetime is on the Primetime national stage, in the college playoff, doing what Primetime does, because can't nobody do it like him. Can't nobody do it like Primetime, man. When he played, could nobody do it like him. When he's coaching, can't nobody do it like him. He is a one of a kind. Like he's the only player that's ever played in a World Series and a Super Bowl. Only player that hit a home run and what was that? Hit a home run and scored a touchdown the same week. Primetime was the most one of the most, if not the most prolific athlete of all time. Athlete, you can do multiple things. I mean, look at Bo Jackson, but Primetime career lasted long. And there was something that Primetime brought up. He was like, there's no reason as dominant as he was should he have played for 5 different NFL teams. He was like, he couldn't understand that. And he questioned God about that at the time that he was going through that. But sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, God takes you different places, has you do different things that you may not expect, because if you're this dominant, why would a team let you go? I know I would have been doing everything in my power to keep Primetime on my team as long as possible, but it doesn't shake like that. Look at Tom Brady. He had to go to the Buccaneers. Look at all of our great players, they go other places, finish out their career. It shouldn't be like that, but hopefully this turns out to be a bigger plus than it is a negative. But I admit it hurts, man, because I was so Black power, like when Dion went there and just was like, I'm going to build this program up, and he did it, and it was just the greatest thing you ever seen. All of a sudden it was on ESPN and doing all these big things, and it was just beautiful to watch. But it's also hard to watch him leave, even though he's elevating. I wish you well, brother. I pray that you do great things just as you did at Jackson State, even bigger than you did. But I'm just going to say it hurts me to watch you go, as well as it hurts a lot of Jackson State fans and players to watch you go as well, man. It's your boy P Camp. Tell me what you think, what you don't think. Do you think it was the right move for Prime? Or you think he should have stayed? Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.